You always look back at a team and a manager after a game, and you look about sometimes people trying to, and I think Frank has touched on this a few times. It's just too much trying to overthink.
Right.
You look at the Azpilicueta and Reece James scenario. Now, Azpilicueta has been playing quite a bit recently as a wing back. But if you're going to have the two of them in the same side, and I know he played Reece James, we believe, because he wanted to combat the threat in behind and use his pace. But Azpilicueta is one of the most solid defenders in Europe.
Yeah.
And he's quick enough, and he's not the biggest. Might not defend the back post as well, but he's pretty good. And on the other hand, you then diminish the attacking threat, because Chelsea got nothing literally from wide areas today, right? Everything was sort of through the middle, and that eventually suited Leicester. Mount and Ziyech and narrow, and so that kind of played into the hands. But you think about it, you've got a young guy at 19 years old, or I believe he's 19, Luke Thomas, and what a day that must have been for the boy, playing left wing back for Leicester, and yet you don't have a really good attacking full-back stroke wing-back in Reece James running at him, putting him under pressure. And listen, when you play against teams, and I don't want to be horrible, but you pick it, look, he's inexperienced, he's 19, he'll be absolutely a nervous wreck.
Right.
Because you want to win the game, let's go and play on him, right? Where's your weak point? Where can we get at them? I'm not saying the young man's a bad player, he's not. He's come off the back of scoring a great goal at Old Trafford, a wonder goal. But defensively, he's still learning the game. And as Jurgen said, Azpilicueta, he'll run all day and he'll defend all day, but he can really only keep the ball simple, passing. He's not going to get down the wing, and Reece James can whip brilliant balls in, right? But he's not going to do it from right wing back. And I just feel that was, I get it, what he was trying to do with Reece James there, but I think that's a classic case of overthinking the situation.
Luis, what do you think?
Exactly, I'm with the guys. I mean, I couldn't agree more. I think that when you are a manager, and I'm not going to say much things about, of course, Tuchel, because he showed us how good he is managing this kind of situation, how he did for Chelsea. But it's true that when they arrived at halftime, we all agreed that he needed something different. He needed a change. He needed, if it is not 45 minutes, after 5 minutes, because you can see that you are not breaking the lines of Leicester. I think Brendan Rodgers read very good what Tuchel wanted to do, everything into the middle. So I'm going to put a lot of people in the middle and leave the flanks. And like Craig was saying, you got James as a centre back, and you got Azpilicueta. Just make a change, just swap it. There is not a big change, but James is going to give you something else. So it's something that you can start from the after halftime without doing any change. And after you bring the players like Pulisic, players who you're going to need, because you need to break those lines. And with so many people, you need people who go one-to-one that can break in something different, that can create something special. And I think that's Pulisic. And you take too much time to put it on the field. And after, you want to bring everything. People are tall in the air, Hudson-Odoi in the right side to try to crosses, but you are already too late because you got a one goal. And Brendan, it was just putting more people in the middle because everything was trying to go through the middle. So it's easy to talk when everything is finished and you can analyze a little bit, but I think he should have get into what it was happening during the game, adapt quicker to the situation, and make a couple of good changes. Because, for example, another one, it was Jorginho was playing so slow into the field, and you need a little bit quicker to move the ball to side if you want to move that defense of Leicester. So it's a few things that I think that Tuchel could have managed better, but of course it's easier now that we've seen the result.
It's the first of 4 huge games for Chelsea, of course, still looking to book a place in the Champions League next season. They face Leicester on Tuesday. Did that play on his mind, do you think, in that team selection?
Well, I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't think it should have been. I think you got to worry about the big important game now.
Yeah. And
then brush everybody down at the end. If you listen, injuries are part of, and being tired is part of playing football. You know, put your best side out and brush them down after the game, and then see who's ready to go again in 2 or 3 days' time. He didn't do that, and that's why I'm saying. Look, there's a lot of games, I understand, and sometimes you have to think about rotating, but not in an FA Cup final. You know what I mean? You've got to take care of business first. And they didn't do that today.
But do you think that he put that team out because he think that team could beat Leicester as opposed to that being his best team?
Oh, there's no doubt he thought that team could beat Leicester, otherwise he wouldn't have selected it. But it's not his best team.
Right.
And the two can't go hand in hand. And he's got it wrong. It's as simple as that. And I mean, I don't know. I just think sometimes we're overcomplicating it. Once again,
Craig.
Werner's ineffective. Ziyech has had a troubled season. He's injured at the start and he's ineffective. I just think one manager got it wrong, and the other manager didn't have that many choices.
Sure.
He was forced into making decisions, Brendan Rodgers, in the end, but he didn't have the choices that Tuchel had. And I think in the end, Tuchel juggled the balls and ended up dropping half of them.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.